Hi everyone, welcome to my June stock market review. This is kind of new series that I'm just going to start off where I'm just going to go back through the month, talk about a few things that happened and how my portfolio did as a whole. I kind of use this YouTube channel as well as advising stocks that I would pick and other stock market related information. I kind of talk about my stocks, and it's a good thing for me just to review my stocks and put it on and share it because I do put a lot of time into it. And I think other people would benefit having all that time and searching and looking for stocks when they could just come to mind and go, oh, so that's that stock and this is what's going on with that stock. So I kind of want to share the ideas out of stocks and the stock market, what's going on. So I'm going to talk about the stocks that happened for me and what happened in June. June overall was a pretty bad month really for the stock market. The Dow and the Nasdaq suffered quite a lot from the China trade wars. As a lot of countries did, really took it out of a lot of the stocks, went down quite negative, a lot of them. We went down to close to the lows, well not as much in the Nasdaq, but definitely in the Dow, of where we were at in June, February, and then we did another correction. So we're getting back down to that territory again now, so it was a bit of a big hit, and they do look to continue to go on for the rest of this year. We've had a couple of analysts come out this month saying that they think the year is going to be a bit of a struggle for the next few months now because of these trade wars. So we'll see what happens. Over the long term, I'm still bullish on what's going on. I don't see a correction or anything like that coming on. So we'll get stuck into my stocks and we'll talk about how they did. So my first stock, Microsoft, how they did a move. I got a dividend payment from Microsoft this month. But overall, not much movement in Microsoft, not much news that really shifted the stock. The purchase of Hyperwallet GitHub didn't really move the stock that much at all, and E3 didn't really move the stock at all that much, and it just sat at a negative 0.23%, which pretty much is just 0%. So it just didn't move anywhere. But overall, Microsoft has had a really good year so far. It's a stock that I'm going to continue to hold, as you know if you watched my previous video. So not too fussed about what happened with Microsoft. Number 2, BA. My second biggest position, really affected by the trade war really, with the plane orders going to China and all that. But at the end of the day, China's still going to need to order planes, so it shouldn't really bother them that much. And also the tariffs on steel, we had a bit of impact because of them a while ago. But BA, a lot of news coming out about more orders, more planes. So that kind of, it would have been down a bit more of that, but the good news did push it up recently. Last week I think it came back at 3-4%. But it's down 4.73%, not a good month. But it is a stock that long term is a very safe stock. We're always going to need aeroplanes. Probably, in my opinion, the best aeroplane manufacturer company to be investing in. Good dividend, so a bit of a bad month, but it will bounce back at some point. I'm confident of it, but definitely has been my worst performing stock over the last 2-3 months because of all this trade war stuff. Number 3, PayPal. It's had a decent month. It went a little higher when the news about Hyperwallet came out. Sitting at up 1.46%, so not much really, but it was up a little bit more than that. I think it's currently sitting around, at the end of the month it was sitting around $82 per share, and the highest it has been this month was about into the 84 range, so it was a little bit higher than what it was when it finished the month. But happy with PayPal. I think that it should do a better month this month. But yeah, it didn't really get infected with it wasn't affected at all with any of the trade wars. Number 4, my smallest position was actually my best performing stock this month. Monster was up 12%, which was really good. This mainly because that Monster took such a massive hit because of its earnings, and we saw quite a bit of a sell-off. It was oversold, so that's why we saw a big recovery, and I got in before the big recovery happened. I realised that it was oversold. I don't see Monster having such a good month for next month. If it does, then probably I'll be selling out of the stock. But I don't see it having another 12% month because it had the pullback and then it were oversold. So that's why we saw such a big jump in Monster stock. But it definitely did help my portfolio out on the percentage it gained. So overall, this month, if my maths is correct, I had an 8.5% gain on my stocks, which is positive. It's green, which is really good. I have to say, with how the indexes have done overall, to have an 8.5% gain in June, I will take it very much. I always like to get a 10% gain in a month. That's always my target. But like I say, Monster did really pull it up after such negative news, and the index is struggling. So I'll take that. I'm happy with that. Guys, give the video a like, and I'll see you on the next video.